Hi, this is Captain Al Lorenzetti for skimmeroutdoors.com, Trophy Fishing Tackle, Ramsey Realtors, and Bergen Bay Docks, bringing the weekend update and fishing forecast. This for the weekend of August. I guess we're talking August 4th, 5th, 6th, and maybe Monday 7th. A lot of people are taking off Fridays and Mondays this time of the year, making a long weekend out of it. Weather looks pretty good. On Friday, maybe, it's going to blow up to maybe 20 in the afternoon, seas 3 feet, inshore forecast, but definitely fishable day. Saturday, 2 to 4, same thing, 10 to 15 southwest, and then Sunday, really nice, dropping at 5 to 10, 2 to 3, and Monday also a relatively flat day, 2 to 3. So, I think if you're going to take a long run, maybe Sunday into Monday would be really good, but pretty much the whole weekend looks decent. On the fishing front, before I forget, Bergen Bay Docks now has their liquor license, so they have beer there, and that's a big one. A lot of people like to stock up, put a few beers on board for chilling out, later in the day. Anyway, on the fishing front, a lot of tuna, like in that 30 fathom curve still, but still kind of a little spotty. You just have to be there, and certainly with these good days, start out early in the morning, maybe do a troll, keep your eyes open, look for some action on top, on the surface. Try jigs, like I mentioned last week. Always watching your recorder, looking at those bait schools, seeing if you see something down deep. I heard like 30 miles south of Montauk, the bluefin tuna are just like catch them up. All you can catch, but not really big fish, 30 to maybe 50 pounds, but a load of them out there. And a lot of mahi I hear around too. If you see any kind of debris in the ocean, you see, something floating, get over there and check it out. There's probably some mahi hanging around that piece of debris. The ocean was alive today. Inshore, I fished. I left Fire Island. I ran to the east to do some sea bass fishing. It was just solid bunker. Acres and acres. One school probably went a quarter of a mile at least. Continuous school of bunker, and they're being pushed by a lot of sharks. Tremendous amount of small sharks in tight to the beach, pushing these schools of bunker. Earlier in the week, I snagged a bunker and we hooked one up. It was a brown shark. Thought it'd have some fun, released it at the boat. And today I spotted a fin in the water, and I had people on board, so I slowly went over next to it, and it was a nice hammerhead, about 100-pound hammerhead, right in there, like maybe 40, 50 feet of water. So you can go out there and have some fun just with the sharks, catching them up. Use the circle hooks, of course, and then, that little tool, you can remove the circle hook, pull it through, clip the wire, and off you go again and have some fun with these fish. So lots of sharks. I didn't get, of course I tried it. I'm always looking for a striped bass, but it didn't pan out, but it's Shark City. Had a great time today with the sea bass and limited it out. And so right now this week, talking about fluke, I heard there was a decent pick of fluke around the offshore reef. They seem to be hanging close to the pieces there. You kind of got to get on a piece and then just kind of move off the edge of it, and the fluke are kind of hanging around. There's a very good tide in Fire Island Inlet this whole week here. It's in the morning, top of the flood, start of the ebb. Tomorrow the ebb is going to start about 8 o'clock in the morning. And then later in the week, you'll have the incoming at 8 and then turn around at 9 or 10. So it's a good week to fish inshore, inside the inlet, around the inlet area. A lot of the party boats have scored with some really big fish. I've heard of fish up to 12 pounds. Most of the action, they seem to be fishing between the Moses Bridge going east. Maybe that, for a half a mile east of the Moses Bridge. I did well. This morning I stopped on the way out before the ocean, made a drop. The outgoing tide was just starting. And we caught a bunch of fish, but, all shorts. I didn't have a keeper, so I said, the heck with this, and I went offshore, and I went sea bass fishing. So anyway, you have any kind of piece, any kind of structure offshore is loaded with sea bass. And like I said, fluke is a good option, too, on the offshore reef. And if you want to do a little bit of a trip now, 17 miles from Fire Island Inlet to the cholera banks, but I heard the cholera bank is just red hot with fish from 5 to 10 pounds. And sea bass mixed in as well. So that would be my choice if you want to take that run and commit that amount of time to it. And so, it's a great weekend. Lots of offshore action, tuna around. There are sharks around. There are sharks close to the beach. Plenty of sea bass and fluke to go around. So it looks like an excellent weekend. Weather looks good. So, get out there, have fun, catch them up, and be safe.